So talking about this space, the bigger, broader umbrella here would be the healthcare analytics. So wherein now why is it important? Okay, so I would say healthcare has been one of the industries which has moved towards this analytics phase in the later stages. This started more with other industries initially, I would say. Healthcare is the last one to come in. So be it hospital, be it your medical devices, pharma sector, or insurance sector for that matter. And why? Because everyone knows about already like how data is important and what we normally do with the data. So it's basically helping us to make good strategic decisions, uh, helping the companies to have a proper efficient mode of working, at the same time increasing their revenue, profits, and all that. So it is not different for healthcare industry as well. So we did that. So healthcare industry, I would say, we did have data earlier as well, but we were not using it to its actual potential. And also we were not exactly, we knew like how do we exactly use this. But now with advancement in technology, and at the same time people learning more about, specifically in healthcare industry, data analytics. So now this is kind of a business, or this is kind of a area where a lot of companies are coming in. Okay, so when we talk about as an healthcare analytics industry in itself, so it's a multi-billion dollar, no doubt, global. I guess 2021 somewhere it's around 150 billion dollar, $20 billion going around. By the end of this decade, it will be somewhere around $150 billion. Okay, and when I talk from the perspective of India itself, it is one of, I would say, second or third country overall who is driving this growth. Okay, because we are the country with a lot of human resource available for these industries. Okay, so that's one of a great opportunity where we can just get in and we can start working. Okay, so, but at the same time, I would also say that within the healthcare industry itself, pharma is also one of the most important, which is popping up along with the hospital industry. There are a lot of challenges here, obviously, but the growth, if you look at the growth is so much, and the growth is not only in the form of, I would say, monetary or something. It's the growth in the form of the way the healthcare industry itself can change, because at the ultimate goal of us is to serve the patients. So that patient journey is something which we are changing and giving those benefits to the patient. And at the same time, yes, there is always a business opportunity behind it. There's no doubt in that. And looking at this opportunity, all the IT, I would say, those big firms, the big fours and everything, they have also started getting into the healthcare initially, which was majorly into your BDLs, business developments and all. But right now they are getting into the business insights and everything, because there, there is a lot of scope there. So not only the big fours, the medium-sized consulting firms, then the startups, as Kamalji said. So there are a lot of companies who are coming in. So be it Deloitte, be it Accenture, be it your PwC, be it so mid-sized companies. There are like, you have Novartis, you have Genpact, you have CS, you have WNS. There are many such, and there are smaller companies. We have Pharmax, we have Pharma Ace, we have I don't know. There are Axtria is there, Viscardia is there. So you can just keep on naming the companies who are coming in, and it's not stopping. So every year, at least I hear at least two to three companies who are coming in, and they are coming in like as a startup with full energy. They have good investments coming in. They are looking for human resource upright, right from colleges to the lateral placements, whoever are there already in the industry. So it's going right from, so this gives an opportunity as a field, I would say, for all those who are studying right now in their graduation and post graduation days also, because that is one thing I see as an opportunity, as an industry specifically they can target. Earlier, as everyone knew, we used to only think about, okay, there are few particular places where after your graduation or after your studies you can get into. So analytics in itself is something which is coming up as a education as well. So again, that gives you an opportunity to come in. And obviously, monetary wise, it's no doubt it's good for the companies, it's good. It also gives you a very kind of, I would say, a stable employment space, because if you go through some data sets and if you go through some reports, you will see that in all the industries and all the employment spaces, people who are there in this field of business analytics and all, they don't tend to change or switch the jobs from that domain. They might be switching within the domain, but they don't go outside this domain. Like in others, you would see, like in engineering and medical and all that. But this is something which is more core and which is more kind of a net family kept as in, so that people get opportunities as much. And as I said, there are many companies coming in, but with this companies, with the amount of opportunities, there is a lot of challenge, because you can say that the market can get diluted a bit, but you require at the same time the right resource for this. Now the main challenge in this right resource is to get people with the right skill set. Okay. No doubt every company wants to like eat into this huge pie of $150 billion as a forecast. So every company, whoever is coming into this picture, who are already there, the startups, everyone wants to be here, but with the right resource, because otherwise it's only a downgrading, it's a downfall for you. So to get the right person, that's the biggest challenge. And I have been into like recruiting for the last 2 years, I could say. So like I have been doing interviews and etc. So one of the biggest challenge I would see is, uh, first is people are not much aware of this entirely. Okay, so be it pharma consulting and what exactly we do. So that's one place where we need to make people aware. We need to have the colleges, we have to have all the educational departments who are working into this, make people aware of this as a domain as well. This is a part of industry as well. And at the same time, imbibe those skill sets which are required during your curriculum itself. Okay. So that's one thing is I would say a major challenge. Uh, then what happens is, because you are not trained, you don't have that exact knowledge. So when these people come into the industry, so as a manager or as a person in the company, we have to invest a lot of time just behind training, just making them understand the technical part, that is because healthcare, so we need to give them the healthcare knowledge first, and then about the analytics, and then about the work streams. So that puts a lot of time and investment for a company on an employee, just before we can actually make him start work in this domain. So again, there is this void is something which we need to fill in. So it would be good if we have people in the industry who can actually build that human resource, and directly when they come into the companies, we can actually get them right at the place where we want, just like other industries which are already well settled. Yes, I know that, to be very frank, this healthcare analytics space in India or abroad is not more than, it's still in its nascent stage. It is growing, and it is obviously going to grow, and there will be challenges. But yes, I guess this is forums like this will help us to discuss these challenges across multiple streams, and then we can come out and find a solution together. So this was what I would like to just introduce about this entire space and the challenges what we have been seeing while recruiting people.